everybody. I hope everybody had a joyous holidays. We're on the other side of them, and January is here, and we're almost spring. So we decided to venture out this week to Oliver Lee Memorial State Park in New Mexico. We plan to take advantage of our free Veterans Pass through the New Mexico parks. So we're off today. I hope you enjoy this video. Well, we made it to Oliver Lee State Park. It really is a beautiful park, and I'm going to span over, let you see. This is behind where our campsite. Beautiful mountains all the way around and into the valley. Okay. The park is about 16 miles south of Alamogordo, and this park is the closest to White Sands National Park, which is 24 miles from here. Can't see it with the GoPro, but you can see the White Sands way off in the distance. But this is our campsite. Gonna spin around here. Here we are right here. And today it's the first time we're testing our solar panels, so we're completely on the solar system today. And we slept through the night and the battery did not go down a bit. And now it's back charging. So we're very happy with that. So it was a test so we can boondock anywhere now that we know. Today we're going to head over to the visitor center and see what the trails are like, and maybe take the trail to Oliver Lee Ranch. He was a famous rancher and politician in this area, but we hear he had a shady past, and there'll be more on that later. So we'll see you in a bit. We said yesterday we were taking advantage of our Veterans State Park Pass. Yeah, if you're a veteran in the state of New Mexico and you live here, you are privileged to sign up for this free program. It's a pass that gets you into every state park and some attractions in New Mexico. It's completely free. You can go and apply online. We'll put that in the link, and when we're done with the video. Also, you'll have to pay a service fee, I think, of $10 if you reserve online, but that's pretty much not bad. So anybody who lives in the state of New Mexico who is a veteran can apply for this free state park pass. It's a great program, and we plan to use it a lot. We plan to maybe visit, we want to visit every state park in New Mexico eventually, but I'm glad that they're offering this. Veterans deserve it, and if you're a veteran, thank you for your service. All right, here's the visitor center. Oliver Milton Lee was born November 8, 1865 in Buffalo Gap, Texas. He moved to New Mexico as a teenager with his widowed mother. Known for exceptional marksmanship and a sharp mind, he quickly became part of the rough frontier culture of the Tularosa Basin. He worked on ranches until he saved enough to start his own operation. So in 1893, he established a ranch in Dog Canyon, the site now preserved as Oliver Lee Memorial State Park. He served as a part-time deputy U.S. Marshal before fully turning to ranching. He also became deeply involved in local politics, especially serving in the New Mexico State Senate. He also had a most dramatic chapter in his life. On February 1st, 1896, attorney and politician Albert Jennings Fountain and his 8-year-old son Henry disappeared near White Sands. Their bodies were never found. Lee, along with his associates, Jim Gillen and Bill McNew, became prime suspects due to their political rivalries and land conflicts. Lee was later acquitted of this crime. Okay, we're going to take a short hike on the Riparian Nature Trail.
What does riparian mean? I forget. Do you know?
No. Don't know what a riparian means. We'll have to let you know later. So we reached the end of the trail. It was a short, nice, easy trail into the beginning of a canyon. But it's very beautiful here and quiet.
You can still go down.
There's a spectacular view from the top of the hill where the visitor center is. The campground below. We'll take a tour of the campground later. Alright, we're going on the Lawson Springs Trail now. If you're in the park, it's near Site 36 by the pit toilets. A lot of beautiful cacti. Well, that was a good hike on the two trails. The last one we finished at the fork because we didn't bring our trekking poles. It seemed to be going up pretty steep after that, but it was a beautiful hike on a beautiful day. And we're kind of disappointed. We wanted to see Oliver Lee's ranch, but they only giving tours this time of year only on Saturdays at 10 a.m. You can't even hike to the ranch, so I'll tell you more about it later in the video. But again, we're having a good time here. What you doing, Range? Enjoying yourself, buddy? What you doing, buddy? Boy, dogs are enjoying themselves out here in the nice sun. Here's my sun dog, Ghosty. He loves the sun. What you doing, Ghost? What are you doing, buddy? Oh, yes. Got a cute little fire going. It's our little solar stove we got for Christmas. See the lights of the valley below. sliver of the moon. Okay, we're going to take a look at the campground and some of the sites and run you through there, the electrical sites and the tent and the dry camping sites. Before we do that, we're going to look at another feature here. We walked up on the trail and we found Frenchie's cabin. Frenchie was homesteaded here about the same time with Oliver Lee. Their past intertwine, and like I said before, Oliver Lee has a shady past to him. But this is Frenchie's cabin. This part. Francois-Jean Francois, born in France in 1843, immigrated to New Mexico in the 1800s. A solitary, eccentric mountain man known for his carpentry skills and reclusive lifestyle. He built stone walls, irrigation ditches, and a cabin deep into Dog Canyon. The ruins are still visible today. Some speculate he might have built the famous Loretto Chapel spiral staircase in Santa Fe, though this is unproven at this time. Frenchie was found murdered in 1894, a crime often linked to the folklore of the same suspects of Oliver Lee and his associates in the Fountain murders. Frenchie and Oliver Lee were two different men whose lives briefly intersect in Dog Canyon, creating one of the most colorful chapters in southern New Mexico history. Their story blends frontier survival, ranching, mystery, and even murder forlorn. All right, let's start our tour of the campground. We're coming down from the visitor center into the campground area. We go to the electric sites are 1, 10 through and 20 and through 27. So we're going to go this way to the electric sites, which are Loop A. This one's not a bad one. You can pull in however you want to pull in. Sideways, back in. They're really, most of them are really big, spacious, like this one. Ours is sort of like this one too. This is site 1. We'll continue on to site 2. Again, maybe not too much to back in. It's a little skinny, but you got to remember where your electrical is, which is over here. So yeah, you could probably back in at a diagonal or back in if you have a small camper, back in right here. There's your water and electricity. There is no sewer hookups here at all in the campground. It's in fact, the dump station is closed due to construction. Where have I heard that before? I hear that a lot lately. So this is site 3. You can see Airstream's pulled up into that. Here's site 11. And this one, these are tent sites, I believe, and there's no electricity. But they got a little covered enclosure. Pretty small, put a little, maybe a little RV camper in there, or tent trailer. And if you're staying in a dry campsite, there's water spigots available throughout the park at Spirit at different areas. We happen to have one close to us, but they're positioned perfectly throughout the park. This is site 12, which is dry camping or tent. This is site 14. Good size, you can pull a camper up in there. I'm not going to show you every site because they all starting to look the same, but you get an idea. Some have enclosures on the dry camping side. I'm sure they cater for people with tents. But there's a little tiny one there. This is a nice one. My wife likes this one because you can step up to your picnic table area. Good room for a camper. It's also got a tent pad. Alright, there's one vaulted toilet building. And I'm going to show you the comfort station in a minute. Okay, here's the comfort station. There's only one in the campground. And it has showers and sinks and toilets. I'm not going to go in there because I think somebody just went in there. I want to let them have their privacy. But I'm sure it's your typical shower stalls and row of sinks and toilets. But it's nice, pretty. It looks fairly new. A lot of the buildings and enclosures are pretty new, seems like here. So I don't know how old this park is. I'll let you know in a little bit. But that's the comfort station. Well, that was our tour of the campground and all the sites. I didn't quite film all the sites because most of them are about the same looking. They just vary a little bit in size, a little bit in shape, but you got a gist of the electric hookups and the dry camping. Oliver Lee Memorial State Park has 42 campsites. 16 are electric and water, and 26 are dry camping sites. It opened in 1980. Along with the new campground, it also preserves the Oliver Lee Ranch House and surroundings. As the sun sets over the Oregon Mountains and the Tularosa Basin, it's time to bid ourselves a goodbye from this beautiful state park. Tomorrow we'll be heading back to our home base, but we're looking forward to lots of many adventures this year. And so don't forget to like this video, give us a thumbs up, it's right down there, and subscribe and ring that bell. And because we got plenty of more, like I said, we have plenty of more adventures on the way, plus we have some international trips we're going to be doing. So take care, and we'll see you next time.